Okay, hello. Here we are playing some Kindred. Kindred bottom lane, not jungle. I actually haven't played Kindred in the jungle yet at all since release. I'm going to try to whenever I can, but jungle's already taken, and I really like Kindred AD carry anyway. So I'm going to start Q either way. Basically, Q. I'm going to go over a very brief description of the abilities. I did start the video a little late again, but basically Q is kind of like Vayne Tumble, as you can see from the range next to my character. After you finish the tumble, wherever you land, then 3 arrows, potentially up to 3 arrows, shoot out. So if there's only one target near you, then only 1 arrow will shoot out. But arrows will shoot out up to 3 and deal damage. W makes this big AoE circle. My wolf here, he will attack the target I'm attacking, dealing some pretty good damage that scales off of the passive stacks I get throughout the game. Also, whenever I walk around, I can steal HP from having W passive. Stacks up to 100 just based off movement. E is a point and click slow, and it puts a debuff on that if you are to hit the target 3 times before it runs out, it does a lot of extra damage. Kind of like Vayne Silver Bolts. And ult is just this big AoE zillion ult kind of thing where nobody inside of it, enemy or ally, is allowed to drop below 10% HP. And after its duration is over, if you're still inside of it, then you get healed for a certain amount. So that's that. I am hunting Varus now. If you don't know, there is a list of champions down here above your items, and you can select one, and there's a cooldown and stuff. You can select one, and you can hunt that target. And if you kill that hunted target, then you get a stack of your passive, which increases your overall damage dealt in the whole game. To everyone, including Baron. So, other than that, the jungle monsters also get marked. As you can see on the map, there's a little thing on the minimap there. If I were to kill that, I would also get a stack of my passive. So, 2 ways to get passive stacks. And on top of that, once you hit level, or not level, but once you get 6 passive stacks, however long that takes you, then jungle monsters are no longer marked. So, you can't just like farm jungle forever and get them infinite stacks and just do tons of damage. You have to kill champions to get any more stacks than 6. I've been very passive this laning phase, where I'm usually not, but I'm definitely focusing a lot on just explaining the abilities, so I have not been doing much harassing, but luckily for me, Bard has, and Varus is half HP without a potion. And I am full HP, I've got my passive ready to heal me, I've got Bard Shrines to heal me, I've got my potion still. We are doing very, very well in the sense that we are poking them out of lane, even though I haven't really done much of it myself. So, since we are that ahead, I am going to do some suboptimal trades here, just to kind of lower his HP through Janna Shield. Just so, you know, we can get some more pressure. Darn, I wasn't able to proc my E. Unfortunately, I did get some damage there. As you'll see, I'm about to auto attack and steal some HP from that minion. And I have those shrines, I have my potion. I have way too many forms of sustain to really care. The only bad thing that could happen is if I go in for a trade, and then the enemy Lee Sin, who is currently top lane if you were to look at the minimap, if he was there to like finish me off after I went really aggressive. That's really the only bad potential stuff that could happen. I'm going to go in and use Eon Varus, slow him down. He did use his flash to survive at least Cocoon, because he would have definitely had to use, you know, both summoners or even just die. So, good flash by Varus to dodge at least Cocoon. Other than that, something I didn't mention about the abilities is if you have your W on, then your Q cooldown is reduced to 2 seconds for its entire duration. So, usually Q is 9-second cooldown right now. If I were to have my W on, I would use it, it'd be back up in 2 seconds. If my W is still on after that, if I'm still in the area, then I would use Q again, and it would be 2 seconds again. So it's extremely nice for, you know, proccing Sheen if you like to go Trinity Force, or it's good for, you know, really mobile team fighting, positioning, and all that good stuff. See there, unfortunately, I had 3 minions near me, so my Q didn't shoot any arrows towards Varus, which would have been really nice. Still have my potions and health shrines. I'm full HP. As you can see, we just have way too much sustain for them to deal with. My auto attack range is quite low, As you can see here, it's a 500 attack range, which isn't that big for an AD carry, which is, I'm assuming, why, you know, they were meant for the jungle or whatever. That's super lame. I hit my W at the same time I got knocked up by Janna Tornado, and I ended up not using my W at all. So my Q that I expected to be up off cooldown actually, you know, was a 9-second cooldown rather than 2-second. And during my initial tumble that I expected to be put on a 2 seconds cooldown, I actually got knocked up right as I used it, so I didn't even travel anywhere. So that Janna Tornado just like wrecked me super hard. But either way, I haven't really looked at the CS this game in comparison to me and Varus. I have been missing quite a couple of them, but overall, I feel like we're doing okay just because of the lane pressure, you know. Like Lee Sin has got to come down like fast. If Lee Sin doesn't gank us, then their bot lane is totally screwed. That being said, I am gonna go ward Trinity. I'm gonna go ward Tribrush. Hopefully Lee Sin isn't there right now. Okay, we got some vision. Darius is top. Use Q to get the CS. I am kind of low on mana a little bit, but that's fine. I want to push the wave so it makes Varus say, oh, if I leave, then he'll easily push it to my tower and I'll lose a bunch of XP. But I don't want to hard push it because then he would be able to auto attack for CS, whereas now he would have to use Q if he wants to get CS. And if he uses Q, he won't have mana to defend himself against me. So it's really just kind of like, hey, screw you. It's kind of all that's going on here. Lee Sin is here, just as I predicted. So I'm gonna back up, let him get some CS. You know, I have to respect Lee Sin. I am level 6 right now, so I wouldn't die very easily. But I still can't 2v3. Like, I am a marksman with 0 items. Despite my HP lead on Varus specifically, I am not insanely strong. So I still have to respect the Lee Sin. But since we had Lee on Vision on the map for so long, then our top laners and whatnot, our solo laners and junglers, like, we all were completely aware of where he was. Alright, nice. Really good Bard ultimate. Oh my god. Oh man. And the Scuttle Crab. Let me get Scuttle. So, Bard used his ult to engage. Varus used Flashed for the Elise Cocoon. And I'm sure he had a mental timer in his brain like, hey, this is when Varus flashes up. And he used his ultimate before it got back up. And after that, he just got in position to, oh my god, he actually took the, oh man, that sucks. That's so lame. Is someone here? Okay. Oh, I guess he was there. Darn it, Bard took the Scuttle Crab, so I only have 1 stack of my passive from killing the Varus. That's super lame. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the prerequisites for a Lather King, because I'm pretty sure that's core on this champion. I really don't see this champion starting any other item. Unless you're jungling, in which case you'd start a jungle item, but damn, that sucks. If I were to get that Scuttle Crab, I would be snowballing so hard. Like, I would have killed Varus, denied him XP from minions dying to tower. I would have gotten 2 stacks of my passive, which would increase my damage dealt by 2.5% total. And that would have just been super nice. It was just really good RNG, and unfortunately, Bards, Meeps, Mips, Moops, whatever they are, they took it. So, kind of lame, but, you know, what am I going to do? We see Elise on the map, since Elise is invading, but we have a big minion wave here, so we can't really go anywhere to help or, you know, take advantage of the fact that Lee Sin's not nearby. Varus is starting to do a little bit of damage with that poke, but, you know, we have a lot of sustain, as I've been talking about like all game. We have a lot of sustain, and on top of all that sustain, now I have a Bilge Water. So now not only do I have a slow with my E, I have a slow with my items, and I have I have a thing. What am I talking about? Sorry, I was fighting. And I have more lifesteal. Oh man, I actually can't get him. Oh, cool. I got a stack off Janna there. Oh, I couldn't get in range to use my ultimate, unfortunately. But I'll just push the wave. Sucks I wasn't in range to ult that Elise. That Elise did a lot of damage quickly. So, I wasn't expecting all that damage really quickly, but I'm gonna go grab this health shrine as soon as it gets to full force. Oh man, I just took a turret shot. Okay. That probably could have been played in a way that would have gotten me a kill on Lee Sin if I had used my blue orb here to get vision of the bush. I used my E, and as soon as my ult wore out, I tumbled out of it after getting the heal, and then like hitting Lee Sin with my Q arrows and my auto attack combo that might have, you know, killed him. But either way, I escaped, not dead, and I'm up in CS against this Varus. So the only bad thing is I might miss a couple bits of experience here to the tower, but whatever, fine either way. Janna's a little extended here. Yeah, she definitely had the flash there, unfortunately for her. Not too horrible of CSing under tower. Once I can use my passive again in 10 seconds, I'm going to mark a Varus. Because I can't mark Janna since I had recently killed her. And Varus is back off cooldown, so... And I expect to kill Varus faster than I can kill Lee Sin. Alright, so I got Varus marked. All is well. Lee Sin's near top, so I want to dive. Let's... Oh, got the CS. Let's dive. Oh man, that was... I meant like at the tower, but I mean, good job to him. Gonna keep... Oh, we're getting teleported on. I don't know what to do here. This is scary. Teleport on by Orianna. That's a lot less scary. So, we just got dumpstered. I was very hesitant and indecisive about what I wanted to do there. I could have very easily just walked away and lived. Ran through the jungle, tumbled over Dragon Wall. I could have done a lot there. But I was being greedy and I wanted to kill Varus. Unfortunately, I got like super baited. And Varus had Summoner Heal available and Janna had a shield available. So there was just a lot of HP he had that I wasn't immediately aware of. And I just got baited and wrecked by tower and stuff. So I could have played it more safe, but I wanted the passive stack. You know, I wanted to shut down Varus harder. Luckily, he didn't get the kill, Orianna did, so the 2v2 will remain just as easy. Quote-unquote easy. And, you know, we'll go from there. But just really unfortunate that I misplayed. First game of the day. Doesn't count. Oh yeah, here we go. Scuttle Crab for me, I hope. Leave spider form. Alright, Scuttle Crab. Got another stack on passive. It's good stuff. I don't really think we have any kill pressure on Orianna. She has a ward in the river and... yeah. I think I'm just going to go this way. Farm it. Farm it up. Just kind of stop in place there to dodge that arrow. Super swag. Alright, let's see. He has the prereqs for a Infinity Edge, and he's got an XP lead on me. So, we do have to be careful of him. It's not like it's free low. He has very high base damage, and I could be bursted. I do have my ultimate to counteract that, but his arrows do a lot of damage. Lee Sin's kind of going off. I had Summoner Heal there because, yeah, I had Summoner Heal and he didn't because he used it earlier. Alright, well played by Bard. Well played by me. I hope. I think. I can use my W to reduce my cooldown on Q to help push this wave. Really good wave clear opportunities with W-Q combo. Hopefully they don't see me. I mean, they see me go in, yeah, but hopefully they don't have anyone nearby. If Lee Sin's here, I'm just dead. But that was super good RNG on the mark. Oh yeah, Oriana's there. But I got it. So, really awesome and convenient that after we had won a 2v2, the mark spawned in the jungle, like, right next to our lane. So, you know, really good RNG this game. Of course, the first time there was RNG, you know, Bard had taken the scuttle. So I could be at 6 stacks right now. Could be at more if I just played better in general, but I'm happy with how this is going for me specifically. Gonna recall. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a Sheen. That's not a Sheen. That's a Zeal. Okay. A little crazy. I'm gonna take a sip of water. My throat's hurting just a little bit. Okay. Varus might be dead here. I'm gonna go ahead and mark the Janna. I don't know if I should. Yeah, I'll kill these minions. I was gonna say I don't know if I should kill the minions or rush over to my team. If I didn't know if they were gonna be fighting, but they weren't fighting. I'm just gonna push the wave now. And we have dragon pressure. Kindred kills Baron and Dragon so fast, it's unbelievable. Like, so fast. So if we ever get the opportunity, Kindred and Elise, like, we could rush a Desperation Baron if we needed to, super easily. So that's always an option. Darius is in flanking position. I believe he's above us. Yep, there he is. We are getting poked out by Varus now, and our Xerath is fairly low on resources. This very well could just be their tower. It's an extremely low HP tower. But it seems like Varus can almost one-shot a wave, so we live for another day. But if they continue this siege, we will not be able to stop them. Oh, there's only one wolf. I didn't even need to use W. Okay. Looks like they're not continuing the siege. They're going towards the dragon instead, which is a completely respectable decision. I don't really think we're super ahead 5v5. I think we just want to poke with Xerath and stuff. I do have to be careful of Lee Sin. He, you know, could have like Q, W, flash R or something and just wreck me. If I am able to get my ult off, it won't kill me instantly, but it is still terrifying to, you know, have to deal with. Alright, so trading tower for a tower, and damn, that noise is going off. It went off at the end of my last video also. It's just the garage door. It should be over in a second, but I do apologize for the outside noise. It's not really something I can control though. Oh yeah, you can tumble over walls. I don't know if I made that clear, but you can totally tumble over terrain. It makes the mobility even better. Alright, how much for Shiv? 1400? I'm at 1120. I can't push this wave. There's nobody on the map. They could easily be waiting to kill me there. I'm going to change... I highly doubt I'm going to be killing Janna in a 5v5, and if we're aiming towards a 5v5 team fight, then I think I'm going to go for the Varus again. I'm not necessarily going to say, oh, now that I have Varus marked, I'm going to go out of my way and, you know, try to catch him out. But I am going to, you know, be wary of his location, and if I can, then I'll try to get a hit on him so I can at least get an assist.
Go easily.
I almost have Shiv. 100G Shiv. That'll give us even more wave clear. Alright, that's a shiv right there. Grabbing red, then shiv. Someone's got to go defend bottom lane. Just gonna use all my abilities here, kill this red buffer really quickly. Oh yeah, he didn't stop me. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. Oh, he caught him. That's really huge. I have to run bottom though. I'm sure Varus flashed there. I don't even have to see him flash to pretty much be certain that Varus flashed. I'm gonna go try and stop Orianna. I don't know how much damage she does, but she's pretty fed from that triple earlier, so. So, yep, she hurts. That's a thing. I do have some sustain though. But she was greedy for staying in that bush for that long. Oh, that's a stun. What are you doing teleporting there? That's crazy. Alright, well, slight misplay by Orianna there to teleport next to a wall for Bard to stun him. But yeah, he was being super greedy. Just like once he got me that low, he should have known like, okay, they're onto me, they just did stuff mid, like they're not occupied, I need to escape. But instead he stayed in that bush, and it gave me time to just sit there and wait for my team to help me out. I would use W here for fast wave clear, but I'm afraid I might get ganked, so I'm gonna save it in case there's a fight. And I don't really feel like it's safe going for that mark in the jungle there, so there's 2 minutes into the dragon. I'm just gonna place this 3-minute ward here, and peace out. I'm gonna kill the scuttle, not for a stack or anything, but just so we have more vision of the river. Okay. I have a decent amount of gold. I could go try to spend it, but damn, he got me. They just have a lot of vision. And yeah, as Zareth just said, there's not much they can really do with their composition unless we get caught. So it's really good for us if they just keep trying to siege. Oh man, Bard just ulted? Alright, for no reason though, so we good. I don't know how the 1v1 versus Darius will go. I don't think he's running in this direction though. I think he went the other way. Alright, I gotta run back down to mid. Oh, I'm gonna go to try to cut him off. Defended my pink ward and kind of told him like, hey, back off, yo. I could have gone more aggressive, but his team would have, you know, done stuff to me. Bad stuff. Can use my ult for Wukong there. Hope he doesn't leave it. Alright, good stuff. Tumbled out. Oh, you summoner heal! Oh my god, get out of there. Ah, he didn't stun Darius, he stunned a minion. That was so close to being really, really good for me. I went super ham there. Like, 9 times out of 10 should have never made that flash. But since I'm playing Kindred, I really wanted to kill Varus for the passive stack, just because the passive stacks are so valuable. So, kind of YOLO'd there, but good stuff overall. Wukong's full HP now somehow. He must have teleported in. Okay, yeah, he recall teleported. So I used my ult for Wukong's safety, and then flashed into my own death. So I'm not surprised I'm dead there. I'm not surprised at all that that I'm dead, not I dead. But we got a stack, saved Wukong, died, you know. It's always nice to receive compliments. I very rarely do. Most people who talk in chat just tell me to kill myself or something. But this guy is a good change of heart, change of pace, you know. Whatever it is, words are words. But it's always good to hear that, you know, stuff is happening. Okay. Damn, that Lee Sin flash. I'm gonna mark Lee Sin just in case. I'm just gonna focus Varus here. I am dead though. I am dead. So that was no doubt in my mind I was dead. Like, they had caught us out of position. I didn't have my ultimate. I didn't have any summoners. And Darius is just faster than me. He has Dead Man's Plate, he has Merc Treads. There's no way I'm escaping. So rather than try to escape and fail, I just all in and traded 1-for-1 against the Varus. I feel like that was my best option there. It was, you know, was something I did think about. It wasn't just a, oh, this happened to have happened. Like, I expected all that to go that way, so it's totally fine. I'm going to run Crit Cloak here, just because it's a convenient amount of money that I have, and, you know, I do want Infinity Edge next to synergize with my Shiv Bork. You know, lots of attack speed, lots of crit, and it'll help me kill the Darius. After Infinity Edge, it may be worth it for me to go a defensive item. If I ever get caught in like an Orianna ult, I'm pretty much just dead insta. Darius, I'm sure, you know, it looks like he's building another armor item, so that might be difficult. But hopefully my passive will, you know, make it up. Oh my. Okay, I just got another stack there from Lee Sin. He kind of just traded himself 1-for-1 and gave me money. I'll take it. I'm gonna... I wanted a lifesteal there, but... Nice. Tumbled over the terrain. I mentioned it earlier. Tumbled over terrain. And caught out Varus with my slow. Both slow from my E and slow from my Blade of the Ruined King. So even though I was low HP, I had 100 stacks on my W passive, which you always have to look out for. I had 100 stacks on my W passive, and I had Blade of the Ruined King heal, and yeah, so I was in good shape. I was hoping Darius would try to be a hero and man up and come die to us for another passive stack, but I honestly think we could have done Baron. It would have been super risky, and 9 times out of 10 would be a bad idea, but I think it would have worked. Would have been scary, but it would have worked. I almost kind of sort of have Infinity Edge. Like 700 more gold. Just gonna grab this red buff. I don't really feel like selling my Doran's Blade for a pickaxe at this amount of gold. It's really kind of lame, because I'm giving up 3 different kinds of stats for just raw damage, and that raw damage isn't really going to change much. I just need the whole item, so selling Doran's Blade isn't really worth it, unless I'm buying the entirety of the Infinity Edge. But just for the pickaxe, it's not really worth it at all. Also, sorry again for that garage door noise. I definitely cannot predict when it will go off, so I'm trying to just, you know, record all I can. But Darius is here. But we don't have any vision of their jungle. They could be flanking us from every direction, we'd never know. Plus, Elise isn't here because she had DC'd. So. Varus is bottom, so that's why Bard went for that ultimate. If it had hit, it would have been a super nice one, but I honestly didn't expect it to. Just because of how far it needed to travel and the reaction time Orianna would have needed, which is very low reaction time. So, you know. But good stuff by my team anyway, you know, going for the plays. And there it is again. Holy moly, I'm so sorry. I hope it's not too loud. I don't think it is. I think I rewatched my Draven video and checked for the volume levels on it, but... Oh, Elise. Gonna focus Darius. Uh-oh. I got a double kill? Hello? I didn't even know I got a double kill. I guess I killed Darius with like red buff or something. I'm gonna use Summoner Heal just to be safe there. No point in not using Summoner Heal there. Like if Varus was able to burst me down, which I think he would have if I didn't use it, you know, we would have not been able to kill this tower very easily. We would have not been able to do a lot of stuff, so I guess I'll target Varus again. But good stuff overall by my team. They're just playing really well in general. Everyone is taking their role and doing what their job is. It's crazy. So, good job. They didn't let the bad early game get to them. This has been a really nice game. Look how fast we kill this Baron with at least Kindred. It's crazy. Holy moly. Am I dead to Darius? Nope, I got Dangerous Game proc, I think. Holy crap, that was so scary. Well, gonna go get that Infinity Edge. And honestly, I'm gonna grab a Giant's Belt. It will help against Darius and Orianna. Just buying Magic Resist to help against Orianna. I could still die easily to Darius Lee Sin. If I bought just armor, Orianna could still one-shot me. So I think health is just the universal defensive stat I want to go here. Plus it can build into some pretty useful items. You know, I could get a Randwins if I wanted to slow down pretty much everybody except Orianna and Janna. I could get Frozen Mallet to slow people down on my auto attacks and make kiting way easier. I could go Sterix, this one, you know, get an extra shield and AD and stuff. Like, it's got a lot of good items in it. So, going Giant's Belt here isn't a horrible thing, I think. However, I am at 8 stacks of my passive. So jungle monsters, as I'm sure you've been noticing, jungle monsters are not spawning on the map with my mark. So, I can only get it through champions now. Is there red up? That red is not up. Okay, I'm not going to venture in there. I am by myself, however, we do have some people pushing top. So I'm not trying to like fight anybody or do anything. I'm just trying to be like, hey, I'm bottom. I have Baron both minions. Come deal with me. And top lane is kind of just pushing for free. That's a really good use of Baron in general. It's a pretty common strategy in my games.
Wolf chases what does not willingly go.
I don't know who else is here. Looks like the Bruisers are in mid lane though, so I'm not really scared of just Orianna. She does have 1v1 potential on me, like she does do a lot of damage as you can see, but if it's just her, I'm not afraid of like getting one shot crazily. So I'm bad. Oh man. My R wouldn't go off because I was still in like displacement mode or whatever from freaking Orianna ult. I just got, oh man, I don't know what I was thinking. I shouldn't have tried fighting her. Damn, I'm dumb. Fortunately for me, I didn't use anything. I mean, she didn't use anything either. I mean, she used her ult, but that'll be back by next team fight. I didn't use anything, so I'll still have my flash and heal soon. I'll still have my ultimate, which is a pretty long cooldown, so be careful of how often you team fight, because your cooldown on the ultimate is pretty long. So, definite misplay there. I'm not having a perfect game. I'm having a pretty good game, I think. Like, overall, I'm pretty satisfied with the stuff I'm doing, but there are definitely some blips in the radar system or whatever the heck. So, pretty rough. But I'm gonna go grab this red buff. Might just, if Darius keeps pushing, if I see him on this next minion wave, I'm just gonna mark him and go try to 1v1 him. Because I should be able to. But even if he's not there, I'm actually gonna go farm this minion wave because it's pretty big. Gonna check if he's there. Okay, he's not. You're treated. Good stuff. Man, wave clear is so much slower without W. Okay. Gonna grab red elix. I can't spell. Gonna grab one of these for the upcoming team fight we're bound to have. No, I don't know if I should keep Varus marked. Like, it's very possible I'll get to him, but I'm more than likely going to be staying in the back, trying not to get hit by Orianna ultimates and Darius pulls. So marking Varus, if Varus positions correctly, is going to be pretty hard to get. Wait, team. Wait, I'm not even there. Oh, Varus used his ultimate. Okay, Bard ult for Varus ult. That's actually an okay trade. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and mark the Lee Sin. Does he kill himself? Nope. Yeah. I want to press R. Damn it. I did as much as I could. Oh, he missed his stun. Yeah, that's a flash out. I'm going to go ahead and say that was poorly played by everyone. I truly don't believe that we played that correctly. Forced super hard. Luckily, they're not able to really get anything off of it because they didn't have many minion waves in position for anything. Like, they could maybe take this tower, but they're not going to get any dragons. They're not going to get any barons. That was money for their team. They did just ace us, so I mean that's something we have to be careful of. But overall, in the grand scheme of things, that wasn't as bad as it could have been. I'm almost considering going double defensive items, but I really think I'm going to be going for Last Whisper next. Didn't end up getting Lee Sin kill. If I had marked Darius, it would have been better. I really thought Lee Sin would die before Darius did, but maybe that's just a mistake in general. Lee Sin's really mobile, Darius isn't, so maybe I should just mark Darius. Oh, and Bart has Zeke's now, so I'll be critting more when that procs, which will be really nice for, you know, damage. Yeah, we really just need to let Xerath poke. And we can hard engage after, you know, with Wukong, after we poke him out. So we can't really go bottom because Baron spawns in 30 seconds. Well, I suppose since Xerath's already there, he can, but we cannot. Because, like, that would take too much travel time. But he's already there, so it's cool. And I did say earlier that selling Dorans for pickaxe is dumb, but I'll get into that later. Good catch. Orianna ball can be good here, though. Yeah, whatever. I don't really care. I'm just going to peace out, and I'm going to lifesteal. That was a good catch. Like, there's no way... Like, the reason I abandoned my team right there is because they had caught Varus, and Orianna had used her ultimate. So there's, like, no way they could lose a 4v4. There's just no way that would actually realistically happen. Like, 9 times out of 10, they would win. So I decided to peace out, go get some lifesteal, push the wave, and go for the objective, rather than try to chase for a Janna kill or whoever it was. Alright, we got mid in here. Let's go get Baron. Really good Bard ultimate. This Bard has been playing exceptionally well all game. I really wanted to go try and catch off that Darius, but he has Dead Man's Plate. He's just way too fast for me. He does have Thornmail now, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, we're definitely going to be killing this before they can get here to try and steal it. We have 5 people on it, and on top of that, at least Kindred just kills stuff so fast. And by stuff, I mean Baron Dragon. Another great Bard ultimate. This guy's on fire this game. Zeke's crits. I have enough for Last Whisper. So I'm going to quick recall with Elise. Pick it up and, you know, get on out there. Pretty much full build. I mean, I could upgrade my trinket, I could upgrade my boots, I could sell my boots for PD or Trinity Force. I could do a lot. But I'm just going to go ahead and say I'm full build. I'm going to go grab red buff. I'm really strong right now. I have really only one thing to worry about, and that's Orianna ults, which she seems to be getting on me a lot. And I'm going to go ahead and say it's because I'm bad. But Orianna could just be playing really well this game also, and just kind of being held back by our teamwork. So, kind of unfortunate for her that she's hitting me, you know, the priority targets so many times and nothing's happening. But, you know, whatever. You know, I'm happy. So, alright, their red's down, so I'm gonna go this way.
Never a promise.
Alright, we have mid pushing, sort of. I mean, it's not pushing right this second, but it's pushing in general. Good Bard ultimate on Orianna. There's really nothing they can do here. I'm going to slow down Lee Sin with my Bork, and then I'm going to focus Darius because I have him marked. Oh my god, I'm stunned from something. Oh, Varus ult probably. Summoner heal. Alright. Good job, team. That's GG. Kindred AD carry. Kind of an anticlimactic ending team fight. because all it was Bard using another great ultimate and chain CCing Orianna to death. Definitely not the epic, like, 30-second long team fight we all would have loved to see, you know, with the full build and kiting and all the good stuff. But overall, I would like to say that there is useful information in this video. So despite the consistent amount of misplays I made, for whatever reason, I'm going to go ahead and say that this was a really good game. And I, you know, hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did making it and playing it. So, you know, thanks for watching and stuff. I'm going to put a bunch of screenshots in the description about the information on the game, you know, OPGG, runes, whatever. And if you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you want me to do something different, if you want me to keep doing something the same, please let me know in the comments section. Or just like or dislike the video, you know, whichever you prefer. But, you know, thanks and stuff.